I'm 33 years younger than the man I love. I say that up front because everyone else already does it for me, usually with their eyes first and their mouth second. They don't ask how we met. They don't ask if we're happy. They go straight to the real question. So, what's really going on here? And I know what they mean. They mean money. They mean daddy issues. Who fucks who? They mean desperation. They mean, this can't possibly be real? Let me tell you what the real problem actually is. It's not the age gap. It's that desire and biology stop aging at the same pace. And nobody wants to talk about that without lying. Gay men lie about this all the time. In gay spaces, everything is about youth, abs, stamina. Who can go all night and still hit the gym the next morning? So when I walk in with a man who has gray hair, a white beard, a soft belly, and a body that's lived, people don't see love. They see compromise. Like I walked into a dealership and settled for an older model. Here's the part that makes people uncomfortable. I didn't settle. I upgraded. Because I'm not attracted to tight, hairless, mirror-obsessed bodies. I'm attracted to men. Grown men. Men who don't rush. Men whose touch doesn't feel like a performance review. And yes, I'm talking about sex. Now let's stop pretending aging doesn't affect sex. Men over 65 deal with real things. ED, prostate issues, cancer, diabetes, medications that kill spontaneity, fatigue that shows up uninvited. None of that means sex is over. It means sex stops looking like porn. And if your definition of satisfaction is penetration or nothing, baby, you were already in trouble. Do I desire him? Absolutely. Do his body and libido behave the way they did 30 years ago? No. And here's the part people don't expect me to say. That does not turn me off. On the contrary, that is a big turn on for me. I don't touch him because I feel sorry for him. I touch him because I want him. Because attraction doesn't disappear just because bodies change. People always want to know, usually without asking, if I'm really satisfied. So, let's be adults. As a 33 years younger man, am I sexually satisfied 100%? Yes. Not because we pretend nothing has changed. Not because I lowered my expectations. And definitely not because I signed some invisible contract. Because satisfaction is not one act. It's honesty, communication, creativity, and sometimes flexibility. At some point, we had the conversation most couples are too scared to have. We talked about reality, not fantasy, not promises. Reality. His desire is there. His body doesn't always cooperate, and neither of us lies about it. So yes, sometimes we invite a third person, not in secret, not out of desperation, not because something is broken, but because we value honesty more than pretending. That conversation didn't damage us. It saved us. Now let's talk about the money myth. We were traveling once when someone asked if I was his boyfriend. My husband said, "No, he's my spouse." The guy nodded, leaned in, and whispered, "Oh, you must have a lot of money to keep him around." I didn't answer, because you can't explain love to someone committed to insulting it. When we got married, people didn't see commitment. They saw inheritance, like I'm just waiting for him to die. Here's the truth. If money were the goal, I wouldn't be here now. I'd be waiting. Marriage wasn't a transaction. It was protection, for both of us. There's a fear he carries that he rarely says out loud. It's not death. It's being left before death. Because aging teaches men that love has an expiration date. Because society tells older men they're replaceable. I don't brush that fear away. I stand in front of it. Because loving him means choosing him, loudly, while I still can. And I'll be honest about my fear too. I'm afraid that if I ever had to love again, I'd never be loved like this. Never this calmly, never this intentionally, Never this deeply? That fear doesn't trap me. It anchors me. So no. Loving a much older man is not something to apologize for. It's choosing wisdom over chaos, honesty over performance, depth over appearances. Desire doesn't disappear with age. It just asks you to stop lying about what you really want. So, no. Loving a much older man is not something to apologize for. And let me be clear about something. I didn't choose a much older man like I picked a lane or made a strategic decision. I've always known what I'm attracted to. I've always known who makes my body respond, who calms me, who pulls me in. I didn't wake up one day and say, "Let me try older." I just knew I liked older men. The same way some people know they like tall men, or quiet men, or men who feel like home. Love didn't start with age, it started with recognition. So if you're in an age difference relationship, let me say this clearly. If it works, congratulations. Not everyone understands it, and that's not your problem. Stay firm. Ignore the noise. And if you are an older man who desires younger men, but stays silent because you're afraid of being mocked, judged, or treated like a punchline, listen, there are people out there who genuinely want you. Not as a phase, not as a secret, not as a compromise. They want you as you are. Wrinkles included, slower mornings included, soft bellies, and yes, soft dicks on some days too. Because intimacy was never just about hardware anyway. You are not invisible. You are not ridiculous. You are not asking for too much. Desire doesn't disappear with age. It just becomes more honest. So don't shrink yourself to make other people comfortable. Don't apologize for what your body already knows. Real desire doesn't shout. It doesn't explain itself. It stays. And that is more than enough.